This one's wife, the smirking Grifter. Hello, I'm H.G. Tudor, and for all the Geordies out there, I'm not referring to smoking, it's smirking. Aretha Franklin sang R-E-S-P-E-C-T, find out what it means to me. R-E-S-P-E-C-T, take care, TCB. A little respect, sock it to me, sock it to me, sock it to me, sock it to me. This one's wife believes that she ought to command respect, because her narcissism tells her that. She doesn't realise that it's her narcissism, but she believes that she is somebody that ought to command respect because she simply is this one's wife. Unfortunately for her, not only does she not command respect, she repeatedly behaves in a disrespectful fashion. We had the quite ridiculous and disrespectful behaviour at the Grifter Games in Dusseldorf, where this one's wife marched in front of veterans. Almost an act of stolen valour. She demonstrated what a crass and base individual she is. She stood in front of the guests, standing further forward so she could be noticed at the recent appearance at the Navy SEALs Training Centre. At the same event, she approached the crowd, doling out hugs while somebody else was speaking. She has repeatedly disrespected Harry's family, most notably starting with the Oprah bombshell interview. We saw the way that she disrespected the Queen with her mock curtsy shown in the Shitflix documentary. She got a repeated telling off from Harry a number of years ago, where she kept trying to turn around on the balcony when she should be eyes forward. She walked in late at their final appearance before they left for Canada, and of course thought that the applause, which was for veterans, was actually for her, grinning like a coked-up Cheshire cat. Her behaviour at Uvalde demonstrated once again that this is a woman that does not understand the meaning of respect, as she swooped in like the ghoul that she is, leveraging the pursuit of the prime aims off the death of children. She's walked in front of the Queen. Prince William has called her rude. The Queen told her off for being rude to staff, and even Donald Trump said that this one's wife was very disrespectful towards the Queen. She repeatedly behaves in a disrespectful way. Why is this? Is it that she just doesn't know any better? Has she been dragged up rather than brought up? Is it the case that she doesn't understand the way that she should act? Well, no, because she does understand the way that she should act, because she was given lessons with regard to protocol. She was given an entire staff to help her transition into the royal family. She is provided with advice from old hands such as Princess Anne and Sophie of Wessex. But of course, she rejected all of that because this one's wife always knows best. She does what she wants because of her sense of entitlement. She does what she wants because she has no boundary recognition, which means that she sees nothing problematic with walking in front of somebody when she ought to be showing the respect, that she sees nothing wrong with marching in front of veterans, because it has to be all about her. She has no emotional empathy for anybody, therefore she doesn't understand that such behaviours could upset people, could put noses out of joint, would be seen as disrespectful. She has no accountability for her behaviours. The pursuit of the prime aims must come first. Accountability is a stranger in her land. And thus we see these repeated instances of her behaving in a disrespectful manner. She does what she wants because the narcissism tells her that she's access all areas, that she's this one's wife and therefore go ahead. She doesn't even comprehend that she ought not to be doing it. She just reacts instinctively. But she has been told the way that she ought to behave, but her narcissism just simply jettisons that information and chooses to ignore it. And we have seen yet another example of the way that she is disrespectful caught on film. The recent appearance in Vancouver, the Canadian national anthem was played. Harry, twat that he can be, at least understands the significance of this, and stood solemnly silent whilst it was played. But this one's wife She's there with a smirk on her face, turning and looking at Harry, who studiously ignores her, no doubt irritated by her pathetic childlike attention-seeking. Once again she shows that she has no respect. Canada, a nation known for its niceness, for its accommodating people that paid their security costs when they lived there numerous years ago, and yet she swoops back in, and because it must be all about her, and because she's incapable of showing any respect, she can't even stand still whilst an anthem is played. She has to turn around and grin like a stupid schoolchild in a school assembly, looking at their mates and winking at them in a moment of solemnity. She disrespects a nation, she disrespects its people, but this is par the course for her because she's an odious individual who is just motivated by the pursuit of her own aims. That she doesn't think that she ought to stay still, that she ought to just look ahead like everybody else, but instead she smirks. No doubt high on the fuel that she has received as a consequence of people recognizing her, she's too busy thinking about herself and how good it feels as that fuel pumps through her body. She therefore has that narcissist smirk generated by the power that she's experiencing from the fuel that she's received, that she cannot restrain herself and cause herself to behave in an appropriate fashion. Here comes the footage of the smirk. You can judge for yourself. Pathetic, isn't she? As everybody else stands there, recognizing the solemnity of the occasion, that you are respectful and quiet while a national anthem is played, even if it's not your own. She can't help herself but grin like an idiot, look at Harry, and then look around again. All her focus is about her. What she looks like, how she's being seen, is she being filmed, is she being photographed? Time and time again, we have witnessed this disrespectful, empty vessel behaving in such a similar way. I gave you a number of examples earlier in this video. There are plenty more. And here, caught on camera, is another instance where she exhibits her narcissism to the fore, demonstrating in a lack of emotional empathy for those in a nation that has shown only accommodation towards her. If Canadians want to know what she truly thinks about them, this short video sums it up rather neatly and tells them everything they need to know about this smirking grifter. I'm HG Tudor. Thank you for watching.